This video will show how to create a new case for a new or existing client. First, select the client into the contact window. We will continue with Sally Decker from the previous video. If the contact is listed in the most recent box, you can click on that contact to select them into the contact window. To create a new case for Sally, we will click on the Cases Parties button. Click on Create New Case. This window will allow you to create a new matter code, and select a billing type and rate along with numerous optional features, to determine how the client's invoices will be created. First, select the billing code. This is limited to 15 characters, and should describe the type of case. You can customize the drop-down list to streamline setting up new cases. Sally's is a domestic relations case. We will abbreviate this billing code as DOMREL. Before creating a new case, you must select the originating attorney from the user list. This attorney will be identified as the originating attorney for this case. The case name field allows you to enter an alternate description for the case. This will be displayed if you are using the Case View option in ProTempus. It is for internal use only, and will not be displayed on the invoice. You must select the billing type for each case. It can be an hourly rate, a flat rate case, a contingency case, or a unit charge. In this example, we are setting up an hourly case and we will enter the hourly billing rate for the attorney highlighted in the user list. If more than one attorney will be working on this case, you must edit the case, adding each rate after the case has been created for the originating attorney. We will demonstrate this later. The case window also allows you to identify the invoice format option you wish to use for this case. The two most popular format options are Option 0 and Option 4. To determine the invoice format that you prefer, you can reprint a given invoice under each option. You can change this option at any point for any given client. You may have one client that prefers more detail than others. The regarding field will be displayed at the top of the invoice. You should describe the case in layman's terms to identify the work being done to help your client understand your bill. The billing code, the billing type, the rate, and the regarding field are the required fields on creating a new case. The additional fields trigger advanced features within ProTempus. The e-invoice format allows you to identify an electronic billing format. The administrative fee allows you to add a percentage administrative fee to a client's monthly invoice. The finance charge allows you to add finance charges to cases having past due accounts. You can choose two different ways of calculating these finance charges. Many offices have switched from alphabetical filing to using case numbers. ProTempus will allow you to sequentially increase the case number for each new case you add during the year. At the start of a new year, you can enter in a 2-digit year followed by a dash and a 4 or 5-digit case number. For each new case, you can select Next from the drop-down list and ProTempus will automatically assign the next case number. The location after the case number identifies a specific storage area for the case file. This is useful if you have more than one filing area. The Bill to Client field allows you to specify a third party that will receive the invoice for this case. The checkboxes for invoice header and invoice trailer identifies which clients require an extensive description at the top or bottom of their invoice. The required initial retainer, the retainer reserve, and monthly minimum fields will generate a specific type of invoice for clients that are not able to pay your full retainer up front. If a client has paid their full retainer at the beginning of the case, these fields should be left blank, and the retainer will be entered through the payment screen. See the video training on client deposits. The compensation rate is used in conjunction with creating a compensation report, where an associate receives a percentage of the client's going rate or receives an alternate hourly rate. View the training video on compensation report. Some of the advanced features on this window require additional training beyond the scope of this video. Please feel free to call ProTempus support for a more detailed description and discussion of these advanced features. Once we have created Sally's new case, we click on the Save button. We are now ready to start billing time. If we click on the activity button, we see the meeting we set up for Sally's initial consultation. Notice the billing code of DOM role is displayed and the billing rate is now shown. To include this item on an invoice, we will check it as billable. However, we do not charge for initial consultations. We will change the rate to NC. This will show the item on the invoice with a zero charge. We recommend including no charge items on your invoice. It is good PR to show your client that you have not billed for every possible item. Once the case has been created, as we create new events or tasks, ProTempus will automatically select the matter and the billing rate for the selected timekeeper. The next recommended training unit will cover scheduling appointments.